Every day a new day, move things, do things like my life a movie, hey. Every day new day, move things, do things like my life a movie, hey. Every day a new day, move things, do things like my life a movie, hey. Every day new day, move things, do things like my life a movie, hey. Pull up in the big one range.
You'll be all right. All right, welcome everybody.
He on his Gomez Adam.
To the Smoke Tingz podcast, All Smoke No Chaser, episode 103. We made it to a third one. How y'all feel about that?
Milestones, baby.
I mean, yeah, one at a time, right?
No question.
Appreciate everybody for engaging and sharing and subscribing to the YouTube page and commenting on all the various social media platforms. So with all that said, we're going to get into it. As always, I'm Ibu. I'm Black, African, and I'm a Virgo. Every time.
Why do I feel like this is a singles meat commercial? I'm Jane Doe. I'm 5'6". I'm a Leo. Sorry. I'm Dr. Doe.
Dr. Doe today.
Yes.
No question. This
Follow her at Jane_Doe. Follow me at Ibu Tal. Next up, my big brother Rob.
Yeah, this is Big Rob, 5826. I might let you in if you're knocking. If not, you wasn't supposed to be there.
No pun intended.
No question.
That's a fact. And I'm Eddie B. Showtime.13 on Instagram. And International E. Mr. Think Whatever You Want.
There you go.
We here.
We are here. So we're here at Smoke Tingz Smoke Shop and Dispensary, as always. So we're just going to get right into it. Our topic today is based around love and marriage. But before we get into the deep dive with that, before you get married, you got to date. So with that being said, we're going to try to get into some dating etiquette because some of y'all got some shit fucked up.
Get it off his chest.
Yeah, I got to get it off my chest because it's rampant out here. I don't know if it's a DC thing, if it's a United States thing, if it's international thing, but y'all need to really chill on some stuff.
So what is calling in your spirit? Because it's something jumping off of you. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you felt it?
Yes. Damn.
Hey, listen. I know.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
It's like, what's wrong?
Listen, we're all out here trying to put our best foot forward, trying to get to know people as best as possible with our genuine selves. But I feel like sometimes people take advantage of that. And the example I'm gonna give, and that I want us to talk about is how do we feel as men or ladies, or it could be the other way around too, about you go on a date or you're just meeting up with the person and they bring a friend or two or three with them. 9 times out of 10 on our side, the men, now we feel like we got to fit the whole bill. No matter where we at, you going to the bar 3, 4, 5, 6 times. If there's bottles, if there's dinner, and that's supposed to be no. I don't even know you. I don't know your friends. I don't mind first round. We go to the bar. We at the party. All right, what's everybody want? Boom, 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 boom.
But how many?
How many friends or how many rounds?
How many friends?
That's what we trying to figure out.
How many friends?
It could be one, or is there a number that matters at? It could be one friend. It could be 4 friends. I don't know. But it's still cool. Like, I'm going to get the first round because I'm a gentleman. They came out, but I feel like at a certain point, like, your friends got to go take care of themselves. Yeah. I'm here with you. I got you all night, all day, all night. Your friends, thank you for coming. And I brought you in for free. Everything else is for free. But yeah, that stops at some point. And I feel like, it's easy on the women's side because you don't have to worry about nothing. Us.
That's not true.
How's it not
y'all
true?
always trying to speak for me, and I ain't saying nothing yet.
That's why you here. You're speaking. I'm just saying what we think.
I don't think that's true. That it's okay. Yes. Can I go out and spend absolutely nothing? Like literally just come out with an ID and lip gloss? Right. Yes. It's definitely. Mm-hmm. But I am also a part of that. Once it gets to a certain amount of numbers, the math don't be math then. Mm-hmm. So anything more than 3 females, 9 times out of 10, a guy don't really want to deal with you. Because if he's coming over trying to buy 3 females, 2 rounds of shots, we're at damn near $200.
Oh, automatic.
And then I don't even have your phone number yet. So it's kind of like, that's a little shaky. Then when you start talking about 4 or 5 females, now we're at a bottle. It's no point to even...
No point.
And then, some guys, I don't know what your budget is. And to think that, I came out to meet you and your homegirls and our first link up, and I got to spend like $700. And that's not even talking about a hookah or anything else. Like, that's a lot of pressure on a first link up.
And it's one thing if the guy invites, like, oh, yeah, you and your friends all come out and let's, that's different. Like, because then I'm taking the onus. Okay, y'all are coming out because I asked you to. Not, can so and so come? Yeah, tell them to pull up. Blah blah blah. But that don't mean I'm digging in my pockets for you guys all night. It's not about the money.
But are y'all going on first dates only to the club? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
No, I'm talking.
It's a lot of first date clubbing.
Nah, it could be at any restaurant. It could be just a casual meetup.
You know how it go nowadays, man.
Yeah,
you be at a restaurant, you eating. You know what's going on. What we doing after this? Your homegirls is over there. Your man, they over there. You going somewhere, but you shouldn't be going to no club on no first date anyway.
No, absolutely not.
I think the club setting is just like you said. Now see, I'm of two minds. If I said let's meet out somewhere, or I invited you out and you brought people with you, yeah, it's ugly. I'm more than likely gonna pay for everything, but it's ugly. Now, if we in a club setting, it makes sense that you would have your girls with me, and it also makes sense that I'm probably springing for the drinks. You know what I mean? Now, if I get tired of doing it, I may spring for, like you said, a couple of rounds or a couple of bottles. But then I also have a point. Like with me and you, if me and you dating, it's no limit. I'm gonna say, because there's so much you can drink and what you can do. But if it's your friends, I'll be damned. And we definitely ain't changing it, the pace of the race either. When they want some goofy ass new drink, they want to try something like that. I'm about a bottle that we buy, and that's the end of that.
But why are we inviting females to the club at all? I don't even want to, it's okay to invite me sometimes, but then you have to understand that if you invite me to the club, that I'm probably going to bring a friend because you're not going to be paying attention to me.
Yeah.
Right.
So I need somebody to at least sit and chit chat with me so I don't look like you're flunky.
I'm talking about outside the club. Like it could just be a casual, meet me at Moi Moi, am I sitting at the bar?
But why you keep calling it casual? It's a date or it's not a date?
It is a date, but we might not be sitting on a 2-top table. I'm at the bar. We're sitting at the bar. Me, I prefer being at the bar just because it's more casual. I feel like I can talk better when I'm sitting at the bar. Even if it's a date. You know what I mean? But still. Okay,
so have women asked you? So if you called a woman up, said meet me at Moi Moi, she comes into Moi Moi and she brings a friend, and that'd be the first time y'all hanging out.
Yeah,
I would say goodnight.
I mean,
that's weird.
But she might have been out with. She might have been out already.
She was already out with somebody.
They were already out together. They might have had plans.
Right.
And so it's like, I was supposed to go meet up with so and so.
Right.
You mind if she? All right, yeah. Bring her, or if it's 2 or 3. Yeah. All right, cool. Because this is what I just want to see you. But if your homegirls want to come, cool. First round of drinks, cool. Don't look at me again for another round.
But don't you feel like it's hard if you invite in females places that you work at?
I invited. Look, one more just an example. It could be.
But I'm just saying, I'm using this as a point of reference.
At a place I work at, it don't matter because I ain't got to pay anyway. So
yeah, but even as so, that's what I'm saying. That it's hard when if most of the places are the places that you're employed at, then they're gonna automatically assume, yeah, girl, come on, because we about to run it up. Yeah. The tab is endless.
That part I even understand. Like, but when we go somewhere else and we meet up somewhere else, whether it's on a date or just a casual link up, and your friend tagging along, like I said. After that first round, don't expect me. And like I was out with somebody on Saturday, and I had extra tickets to the sneaker ball. So I was like, yo, just if you want you want to invite your sister. I actually told her if she wanted to invite her sister, but her sister didn't have any sneakers, so she was like, you mind if I invite my other friend? I was like, all right, cool, that's fine. Came, we in the sneaker ball. Of course, they got it for free. We have access to all the VIP, everything. Went in the line to get a drink, and it was a long-ass line. So I stayed in the line, got 3 drinks. I was like, I'm not going back in that line, period, for the rest of the night, because I'm not standing in line 30 minutes to get 1 drink or 3 drinks, whatever. So they drank their drink super quick. I still got my cup in my hand. I was like, damn, y'all, we just went upstairs.
They broke straws.
Like, so they wanted another round. So I gave the person I was came with my card to go get another drink if she wanted to stand in line. Her friend looks at me in the eye, was like, "Oh, do you mind if I get a double?" I couldn't.
She asked you a question,
and I couldn't even say anything. I was just like, I mean, just do what y'all do.
She asked you a question,
and then my friend, but then my friend looked at me, and I gave her that look, and she automatically knew what time it was, and they talked about that offline, away from me, but I felt like that was out of pocket. Not only did you,
but like this, listen, I think I'm gonna ask you a question. It's a thin line between feeling generous and feeling like a sponsor.
Correct.
So you felt like a sponsor.
I felt like
at that moment,
and a sucker.
Felt like a sponsor.
And like, I mean, what am I gonna say? You put me on the fucking spot. Like, I'm not gonna say no.
So you didn't like the fact that she asked you.
I didn't like the fact that she asked me.
But she asked.
So like, you still mad? What's gonna hurt that bitch?
But she asked. If we're at a bar and somebody's like, you know, hey, what do you want to drink? And you looking at me, and I keep looking at you, and you looking at me, and I'm looking at you, and be like, I want 42.
Was she not gonna drink the whole rest of the night if I didn't pull out my card?
She might not have.
It's crazy.
She would have pulled out her card.
No, I felt
no.
Like she
some females wouldn't.
Do you think?
Some females wouldn't. I'm telling you.
They come not to spend no money.
I do. I come not to spend no money.
Listen,
what up, Hell Rails?
Situations, man.
So working man don't have a chance.
Hell Rails says she's not bringing out no
I'm just thinking about it for a second. A guy who has a regular job who wanted to date you and had you come out and you brought your girlfriends out. He didn't bust up pretty much the major part of his check. He really don't have a chance.
That is not true. Or
he doesn't want to do that. He don't.
That is not true. I've dated regular men.
Listen, hear me out. Let me say, everybody says that they want this hardworking guy who's all about them, 9 to 5 or whatever you have. He does what he do. Good guy. He can't afford you because you can't afford you. That's what I'm saying. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You think you're in a situation where you got to...
You said you can't afford you?
Yeah. You couldn't date you.
You're damn skippy.
All the women...
Nails $200.
They couldn't date them.
Fact.
Yeah. If me and right now, if me, Eddie, or me and Ibu go to lunch right now, I'm dead serious. We might spend $13, $14 a piece. Yeah. And if we got a drink, hey, we in a hard 25 zone. 25, 25, 25. If we take women out, I can take the 25, add a zero behind it. That's $250 for one broad we going out drinking and eating.
It just all depends on the relationship, how long y'all known each other, what type of female she is. Because legit, I went on a date one time. I called it a ghetto date. We went on a ghetto date to Chevy's.
Oh, wow.
The bill was $50.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so don't think that.
Hold on. Did he get a shot at the title?
Nachos and some Coke.
Did he get a shot at the title after it was over for $50?
And
but it was something different. I don't be going to Chevy, so I'm like, shit, fuck it, let's go to Chevy's. It's happy hour. Let's be ghetto.
Chuck E. Cheese like that.
PG.
The one in Greenbelt.
Greenbelt.
Yes, I was like, fuck it, let's be ghetto today.
All I'm saying is, if you and your girls were going to spend money, y'all not going to end up
to Chevy's, man.
more than likely on a regular basis. You're not going to end up by RPM. If you say let's go out to eat, girl, and we're paying, and no sponsors are coming, sport coat, sweatsuit, I don't give a fuck who he is, they're not coming. It's just us. I promise you, y'all may not end up at RPM. You may for a birthday or something like that, but on a regular basis, you're not.
Now, Rob, you know how me and my friends coming.
Yeah, and y'all, guess what? And you're going to bring a sponsor.
No, we don't always go places only with a sponsor. I don't like the woman hate on here. This is a He-Man Woman Club right now.
No,
the ladies is tapping in on the live, and they say y'all sound crazy.
No.
I'm saying,
the women are saying they ain't bringing no plus ones on any first dates or dates.
I've never done that. Not on no first date. So I don't know. I can't
think the way you should look at it, if you can't afford, if you can't afford to date yourself, you shouldn't be carrying no dude like that. If you said, I know goddamn well I ain't paying $700 for you and 3-4 other dudes, that's bullshit.
First of all, I feel like most of me and my friends, when it's 5, 6, 7 of us, we buying a bottle. We not even about to play them type of games unless we came somewhere and we already knew somebody or whatever, or we gonna split up because I don't even like to go nowhere with 5 bitches. Why is 5 coochies with me? Yeah. Nobody giving me no ass. 2 people max, 3. That's cute. When you start talking about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bitches, who dick you sucking? Cause you ain't about to have me out here spending up $300-$400 because nobody want to come near me because he afraid because it's 8 million of us over here.
And that's the other
like
thing
no.
too. The chances are way slimmer when it's a lot of y'all.
Now, hey, man, this is something we did say before everything got started, and it was kind of cool. Whenever a woman goes in her purse, if we went on the first date or any type of situation like that, and they pay, you a special kind of woman. Trust me, you touch a dude in a different way. He sees you different from the word go. Now, you may be a fraud, but you was a good goddamn fraud if you did it on the first date.
Every time a woman is ever offered
Some
to buy
women
me a
do
drink,
that shit just to see how big the bag gonna be on the back end.
Hey, she's smarter than the rest of them. You know what I mean? She's smarter than the rest of them.
Listen, it catches me off guard every time a woman asks me if I want
Something to drink.
Every time it catches me off guard.
Man,
like
listen.
I don't
It's
even
the
know
oldest
what to
trick
say.
in the book.
Hey,
Y'all
look,
over here getting
listen.
food and swindled.
Hey, listen, I was just in
Like, what?
Houston, and going to the spot hideout, something like that. And as soon as I get in there, I survey the scene, see what's going on, catch a vibe. 2 young ladies walk up like, "Hey, how you doing? What's up?" So I'm like, "What's going on?" They're like, "Where you from?" I'm like, "I'm from DC. What's going on?" They're like, "Look, can we buy you a drink? Southern hospitality." I'm like,
God.
"What?" I was taken back.
Thought you was going to the trunk, bitch.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I get to looking around, see who they with and all that. They was from out of town as well, though, but they was from, somewhere around there. But, yeah, man, they off the break, man. They different.
Yeah.
Different type.
But don't you think that they're sack chasing?
Nah, not
No,
necessarily.
I mean, you
There's some
offer me a drink,
genuine
that's
women.
If I
There's some
see,
genuine women out
look
here.
at Eddie. We filming a podcast today.
Go ahead.
He got on jewelry. He got on jewelries. Okay? If I seen him at the bar and me and my friend is sack chasing, I'm not a sack chasing bitch. But if I was a sack chasing bitch and I see a man at the bar, he's pretty tall. He got some jewelries on. Girl, he probably play for somebody. He probably do something. He probably got a couple of dollars. Let's go offer him a drink, bitch.
He
we
did.
in.
He did.
Exactly.
But
So they
hold on.
sack chasing.
I'm saying, you understand, man. We just either having fun
Look,
or...
they don't
probably
call me the
thought-
Uncle Daddy Whisperer for nothing. I know what the fuck be
Hey.
going on.
But
I'm saying-
we're gonna figure it out.
Look,
quickly.
listen, we enjoying, man. We having a good time, man.
I mean, I'm saying the ladies probably are
And
interested
they
in you,
always
but
do.
it also can be a little bit of a swindle.
Yeah.
Just giving you a little
Oh.
boop boop.
Yeah, I'm with you. But they offered down there, and it was cool.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Well, bottom line is I don't like that shit. So, but keeping it in the dating scene while we're talking about friends and dating. What do y'all think about friends weighing in on your relationship? Like, I know women are infamous for this. Something happened in the relationship, you got in an argument, big, small, medium, whatever, and you go run into your girlfriend, tell him, "Oh, this nigga did. What you think about?" Oh, sending her a screenshot. What you think that means? Or da 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 da. Why?
They just be trying to sabotage their happiness, man.
Because I don't think we don't
What
we
if
don't
she not
we don't
happy?
do that as much. I don't
If
think
she
we
ain't
as
happy,
men do
then
that
she
much.
shouldn't be with him. But man, it's something she holding on to. She knows it's something good over there, and your friends over there mad, hating,
We're men different.
and they just waiting.
We're men different.
That's a
anyway.
fact.
It's like your man can be venting to you, and a lot of times, I don't care who you are, you probably don't respond to that shit. Like you listen to him talk, man, she did this, that, and the third, whatever. You listen to him like this here. Now, if this become an everyday occurrence and it's cramping y'all style when y'all hanging out, you gonna say, man, you need to leave that bitch the fuck alone, bro. That's all you talking about, that crazy motherfucker.
Who you tell that?
You know what I'm saying? But when women is something different. I've seen women see a friend of theirs finally get a little happiness, right? And sit back, and women are catty. Not all women, but a lot of times women are catty and they can't help but point out the bad shit. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that shit, you get a fixation on it. It's really because you're not happy or happier in your situation. Or you don't like to see your friend happy. You might be secretly trying to.
Or she might not really be her friend.
There you go.
Yeah. And I mean, I
And
understand.
she just trying to get in.
And I understand, wanting to seek counsel and advice and all that, but you can't ask everybody for advice, no matter how close you are. It could be your best friend since second grade.
Right.
There's a lot of things that she's dealing with or has dealt with or traumas that she's had that she can't really give you good advice. So, I mean, if you're tuned in enough to know, okay, well, I can go to that person, but not that person, that's different because you definitely can't tell everybody everything about y'all's relationships, and not in my experience, not a lot of good comes from that because, like these fellas have said, whether they're trying to or not, there's always a little bit of jealousy there when you're in a good, committed relationship and the girlfriend isn't. She's single. She's been dogged a few times or whatever. So she's not really going to give you that great of an advice, in my opinion, and in my experience. Like, that shit just
Let me say this. I've been married before, right?
Couple times.
But what I'm saying is, whenever I was upset with my, at that time, wife, I only went to friends of marriage to ask about stuff. If you wasn't a friend of marriage, if you was you know what I'm saying, if you was just doing what you do, slinging, hitting everything, I wouldn't be talking to you about any marriage status stuff because you don't know shit about marriage and you don't really care. If you did know, you're not going to give me the best advice. You're going to tell me ditch this horse that I paid a lot of fucking money for and hop on another horse that's running past.
But that's vice versa.
But that's what I'm saying. I go to if you're in a relationship, you might want to talk to somebody. If you have relationship problems, you may want to talk to somebody else who's in a relationship. I'm just saying. No,
I agree with you about speaking, especially once you're married, you should only speak to married people about married relationships because there are going to only be the ones that understand it. But when you're single...
Well, I say a friend of marriage because you don't have to have been married or be married. I see what you're saying, but you respect the union.
Yes, respect the union of marriage and what marriage stands for. But then there's also this whole stigma that if you're the single friend that you're bitter and angry and... mad because your friend in a relationship and you don't got a man. I think that's such...
I mean, you could be the cat lady, you know.
Ain't nobody want to be the damn cat lady. Like, nobody want to be the damn cat lady. But I don't think... I'm single, and I don't think that I'm ever jealous that my friends are in relationships. I think
not
that
even a little bit.
No.
Not even a little teeny.
No.
Okay.
No, I really want everybody to be happy because then they're usually their best selves and they're better friends when they're happier and getting dick regularly.
So let me ask you this. If you see your friend's man out at just randomly at a restaurant or a club with another girl or flirting with another girl, do you go back and tell him?
Depends on the friendship. Depends on the friend also. Okay. The level of friendship because... I've learned to mind my motherfucking business.
Good. Right.
Because you be getting in the middle of people's shit, and then now they gangbanging you. Like, how y'all jumping me for trying to help you? And so sometimes it's better to just mind your motherfucking business. But sometimes people be putting you in their business, and you be like, how did I even get here? I was minding my business.
Well, I ain't never seen that work out, ever.
Mind your business?
No, I've never seen when you don't mind your business work out. I've never seen it. You can have your closest friend and you deliver that kind of bad news, especially if he in love. I had a friend of mine I was super close with. We grew up together out the dirt, and he had married a woman, and she said some things to me that let me know that she wasn't, because she said I'm not good for his so and so. And when she made that comment, and as we began to talk, matter of fact, I was towing her car. I just started my tow company, and I was actually towing her car. And she made the comment of, I'm not good for blah, blah, blah. And he didn't know that. And when I said something to him about it, right, instead of his reaction being, I was like, bro, you know what? She said some strange shit. You know what I'm saying? And you might need to watch yourself a little bit. That ended up being, man, why would she say that to you? What was I said?
That's why I said it backfires.
You got to stop, and that's what I'm saying. It's never served me well to now. If it's something detrimental to him, if I see her with the ops or some weird shit like that,
I think we should mind our business when that happened too. Because somebody snitched on me before, and he should have minded his motherfucking business.
I'm just saying. I think that if it's detrimental to him in a physical way or something like that, like I done seen my man's girl out, and she had his son. And they was with a dude. You dig what I'm saying?
But what if that's a cousin?
No, hear me out. No, trust me, it wasn't.
Well, listen. I done got lied on.
I never told my man, but I took his son with me. Because he said, Uncle Rob. I said, come on with me. And at first she started to act up, but the look I gave her was like, I can act up. But I never told on her, though. I took the little boy with me, and she picked him up later on from the house. But I never forget, I never told on her. And he ended up finding out she wasn't shit anyway.
Well, see,
but imagine that though. You out with your kid and you see you out and you see your man's kid with her and this
Y'all
dude.
funny on the live.
Yeah.
They're just...
Oh, they tripping?
What are they talking about?
They're talking about everything.
Oh,
what up, Paul?
Yeah, it's a lot going on in there.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
It is.
Welcome.
My thing is, it's no reason to snitch. It's no. And men be thinking women be snitching a lot, and a lot of times we really be minding our damn business. It's a man that I know that has like 7 girlfriends. I be minding my motherfucking business because all them bitches on the payroll anyway. None of y'all leaving.
Hey, listen.
What's the purpose of telling anything?
It get bad, man. I was lied on.
Okay, OJ.
What?
I was lied on about the situation. Right? Nah, straight up. Check this out.
Nerve.
Nah, cause this job bothered me a lot too. And I'm in a relationship and my girl's friend is trying to hook her up with another nigga and shit. So the nigga make up a whole story about me fucking with a certain girl in the city. So my girl, she come to me, she keeps saying, yeah, I know you used to fuck with so-and-so. Yeah, y'all been fucking with each other for about 6-7 months. Yeah, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, what? I said, I don't even know this girl. I said, man, to call that girl and tell him where that nigga at, y'all pull up. And let him tell me to my face that he saw that I've been with her, XYZ, what's up? I said, man, come on, it's crazy. You got people making up lies and shit.
People do be lying. People do be lying.
And that shit bothered me, you know?
That's why it's just better to stay in your lane unless it's...
She wouldn't mind her business, old ass.
Oops. Old ass wench.
Nah, but for me, it depends on who it is, though. Like, if it's E or Rob or George or Ooze or like my close inner circle, and I see some fuck shit going on, I'm definitely coming back and saying something.
Why do y'all feel the need to speak on anything? I don't understand that.
What do you mean?
What's wrong with it?
I'm saying if you see me out sneaking and geeking,
Nah.
you need to mind your damn business.
Nah, because you're not my friend. He's my friend.
It depends on what you're saying.
But what if you're friends with both people? The one I'm sneaking and geeking with and the one that you know.
All right.
That's crazy.
Then he know. Now
That
he
happened
know,
to me
and now he
before.
can move accordingly. I'm going to say it once and I'm done with it.
Okay, so then you tell him.
Don't put your
I'm
all
just saying
into
because
it.
this happened to me before. You tell him and then he still don't leave. What difference does it fucking make?
Listen, me, I don't give a fuck as long as he know.
You know I'm a real
He
one.
know what's going on. Oh, she was over there with that nigga all up in his face and da-da-da-da-da. And you were not there. Like, and did you know? If
But
you knew,
but
good.
men
If you
be
didn't-
doing their own dirt on the regular. So why, like,
I mean, that goes back to the double standard, though. It's just a double standard. It is what it
I
is.
forced the woman to tell on herself.
Stupid. Like,
Have you ever did this? I forced the woman to tell on herself. I seen a woman, a friend of mine, his girl was at the table with a dude, and she was all in his face, and guess what I did? I walked over that joint, and I knew the cat, right? And I asked him, I said, man, let me get some ice. He was like, cool, go ahead. He told her to give him some ice. So she had to give me the ice and look dead in my face.
Mm-hmm.
I took the ice, I'm looking dead at her like this. Stood there for a second. Before I even got to see my man again, she had went and laid across the cross. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry. He saw me and yada, yada, whatever the fuck. I never said a word. She killed herself because she knew she was, caught. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. I've done that a few times.
but have you ever been wrong? You saw something that you thought you saw, but you really didn't see nothing?
I'm going to tell you, Dick Tracy ain't got to see a motherfucker get shot in the head to know there was a bullet.
Just because I'm at a table with somebody or I'm at the bar and somebody says that. But I'm saying because a lot of times men see something and they assume that is what's going on. Because remember you said if a nigga could speak to you, that means he could fuck you. Now remember I'm using your rules.
We see y'all on a lime scooter together. Fuck. That's what we caught you at.
He all up on your onion. He all up on your onion. He probably ain't your brother.
Nah,
if y'all standing there, he all
if
up
I'm
on
at
your
the
onion.
table and I'm the only female, are you gonna assume that means
not at all.
No, that's not.
There's too much gray area there.
Man.
I need to like.
We ain't in kindergarten.
Yeah,
now.
But I'm just saying, you said you went over and got us the ice.
You gotta see
No,
some
because
energy.
she was. I knew what she was doing. She was all up on my man. He had been goddamn. He been dancing with everything. It wasn't innocent by a stretch of the imagination.
But has it ever been times that you've
If
seen a
somebody's
female
caressing on your ass,
but no caressing, just there?
Oh yeah.
There on your ass.
I'm saying just there, like, I'm sitting at a table.
Oh, sitting beside you?
No,
Oh,
nobody
no.
gives a fuck about that. That happens all the time.
Man,
we all have
shit.
friends. Or friends of friends. You
Hell
had
yeah.
somebody say, "What?
I done seen
Yo,
the fake
it's whatever."
play rubber bullshit.
What is there to say about that, yo? I saw Jane at Rob's table. Okay.
Because motherfuckers be nosy
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, but
nobody
that's
give a
we
fuck
talking
that.
about.
and tipping.
We I
You think
promise
people don't be tipping?
I promise you
They don't
that
be
was
dropping little information
No,
just
but
to
I
see
promise
with the
you.
reaction?
I promise you, if that was your friend.
That's some hating shit.
If you
though.
knew her,
And they
you
do
know,
that.
you knew.
And they do that.
And you know, you're gonna know what you're seeing. You ain't that damn crazy. If somebody right in front of you, you know what the fuck going on. And you watched long enough or peeped it long enough to realize it wasn't
the
innocent.
way they looking at each other, kikiing at each other.
See, now you
smiling at
assuming
each
in a
other.
look.
No,
See, you just went along with what I
Nah,
said.
there's a whole lot of things to you got to see certain things.
on,
Just because we have been in those positions, so we know.
You see
what
him
certain
arguing
bodies-
with
Sitting
her
him
in
on
the
his
club.
lap.
Yeah,
He
arguing
with
like
her.
like really arguing like, oh wait a minute, this is not no two random
He
friends
wiping smudges off
arguing.
your face and whatever the fuck he doing.
I don't even be talking to men in public, so I don't even know what they talking about.
Yeah, okay. Moving right along.
Say, pass the hand again and mind your business.
Lord. Well, let's get into this deep dive about the main topic of the day, which is marriage in the 21st century. Yeah, I know.
Buck
Coming from the
Rogers.
future.
That's where we about to go.
We about to
That's
go.
where I'm at.
That's where Eddie at right now. Eddie in 2113 right now. But nah, like, how do marriage? Do we? Don't we? Does it make sense in the current climate of social media, women's independence? The reason why I want to talk about this was because I was having a conversation. I can't remember with who, but I think the institution of marriage is dated. Not to say that we shouldn't get into those relationships with somebody that we love, but back, just 50 years ago or 100 years ago, before that, women didn't have a lot of rights. They weren't working as much. They weren't as independent. Marriage was a vessel for them to get out of their dad's house and go into the real world, have kids with their husband. Their husband took care of everything. They weren't working. And they would be married for 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, because where are you going to go?
And
What are you
then
going to do?
boom.
You start over? No, you really can't. And it takes a really bold woman back then to,
Sounds like servitude.
I mean,
And then boom,
it wasn't
evolution
servitude.
happened.
That was just the culture. That didn't mean the woman didn't love the man or the man didn't love the woman.
Times have changed, but
Evolution.
that
That is my
doesn't mean
point.
that times have changed, but that doesn't mean because women have more freedom now that we don't
it's
still
not
want to
even
get married.
It's not even just the freedom. It's just us, men and women, more access. Before, it goes back what Boosie said last week on Drink Champs. Before, all you had was your co-workers, the people that lived around you, and your friends. Like, that's all you really saw.
Agree.
Now, you have the whole world at like 30,000 people are looking at your girlfriend every day on Instagram. And vice versa. And somebody might be in her DM shooting their shot, and he's over there looking like Mr. Private Jet every other day, and getting whoever he's with all this jewelry. So now you're looking at your nigga like, what's going on? Because you think you have all these other options, good, bad, or ugly, but there's so much more exposure, and we're so much more out there because of social media, because of just technology, and even just being able to take a flight somewhere. People weren't able to do that a long time ago. So you're just more exposed to a lot more options. It's not just that those people in your town and your job, because that pool is way bigger. So how does a marriage survive 40, 50, even 20 years? It's 10 years.
By not entertaining unrealistic expectations.
Thank you.
If you can do that, then you'll be fine. Marriage is a partnership.
Correct.
And and that's like, however you want to carry it. That means if whatever you do, y'all do some things together. Y'all are partners. Y'all complement each other. Now, an older woman told me before I got married, when I asked her what was her method of success, and I understand what you're saying about back in the day, the servitude part one, escape. Your surroundings were being taken care of because that was the setting there. I'm talking about now. I asked her, hey, and she said, well, you don't have to like the same thing. She said, my husband, he likes to go outside, he likes to fish, and he likes to do stuff like that. I don't want to fish, and he doesn't force me to go fishing with him, and I don't force him to stay inside and do the things I like to do inside with my friends or whatever. And so she said, if y'all respect that, but still have a partnership where y'all may do certain things together, like don't stop dating, don't stop doing stuff like that, you'll be fine. If I know guys, it feels good, and this is me speaking for all men. You got some stragglers in there, you know what I'm saying? I understand that. It feels good to be able to provide for your woman and your family. The pressure of it nowadays is that I have to do something that's unrealistic. I can't get her a nice car. Her car has to be better than her friends. I can't get her a nice ring. Her ring has to be bigger than her friends.
But that's where the problem is.
Right.
That's because the unrealistic expectation that social media has given us, and people don't understand that social media is fake.
Facts.
I show what I want you to know.
Or you see in the best clips of my life.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not saying
they know, but it's shaping their mind.
Yeah. And you may just be seeing the best clips.
Now, what Eddie just said is right on. People may know, but it's still being programmed in people's minds every day. You're seeing all these things, all these people living all this lavish lifestyle or whatever have you online every day. Like, no matter what, you're going to be influenced by that, whether you want to or not. If you don't like watches secure, and you see watches on Instagram every day, dope shit. Okay, I'm starting to like watches now. Oh, now I went from Steve Madden watches to Movado watches. Now I got to get a Rolex because that's what everybody on Instagram has.
You
a
mean
Rolex.
A Folex.
Whatever it is, it's still showing what it is, and whether you're faking till you make it or you really got it. Now I got to spend $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on a watch because that's now been programmed into me a little bit, and I might like it a little bit, but it's not. I might know better, but I'm just trying to keep up with the Joneses. So I think that's where the sabotage comes in with social media. It's just, like you said, unrealistic expectations, but they're there because you see them every day and you want it.
In your mind now, if you're not in a relationship, you look at other relationships like, oh, the whole relationship goals aspect of it. And you think, well, damn, when I get in a relationship, we got to go on a vacation. Oh, when I get in a relationship, we got to wear matching outfits. Oh, when I get in a relationship, he got to, my birthday come, girl, he got to pull out a motherfucking rollie on me and a Cuban, and I got to have a stack of money to put up to my face, and I got to have a Birkin and all this crazy shit. A car need to come out.
Okay,
so that means, so that means
just speaking things into existence.
She likes shit.
So that means it's just ruined, huh?
It's ruined.
I wouldn't say
no more baseline. It's no more baseline.
I don't think it's no more normal.
I think there's it's kind of like a thin line. There's real men and women out there that know, if once you find a good partner, you're gonna do whatever it takes to keep that partner and make them happy to the best of your ability. And if y'all both vibing and you're feeling that, that's great. That's how a relationship should be anyway. I feel like a lot of people come into relationships now like they're expecting all of these because they may see you out and about. They might think they know you. They might see you walking around with jewels.
I agree.
They might see you with a nice car. Oh, okay. Now it's like jumping into a relationship before you even know the person or anything about them and just wanting all these things that it's just out there in the world because that's what you see, what's his name? Michael B. Jordan doing for Lori Harvey. Nigga, they're fucking rich. And
but
secondly,
when you meet
now
someone,
they're broken up. So now what?
When you meet someone, do you give them your social media?
Yeah.
Do you?
Not immediately. No, I get a phone number. I don't do.
I'm saying, but a lot of times I'm just going to speak from women. I can probably speak for most women that when I meet men within probably 20, 30 minutes into a conversation, it's phone number, social media.
No,
and I hate that. I don't want you to judge me off of my Instagram.
Right. And we all do it. And I do it, and I hate that I do it sometimes too, because it's the same thing. Because I just saw you.
I don't want you to have it.
Yeah, but I just saw you in person. But I got to go on your social media to see what you look like on social media
and
too.
What type of content you post.
And what kind of content you post.
But then you're going to judge me off of the type of content I'm posting.
Not necessarily.
And
yes.
No, we do. Whether we think we are or not, we are.
No, yes, we just going...
If you see her on her social media jumping off a jet, you already gonna know it's giving, high price pussy.
Yeah, but you might be that guy though. You don't know. You might be the guy.
Whether you are or not, then now you feel like that's how you gotta come. And the whole time she might be a Jasper's bitch.
See, man. Yeah, I understand.
That's what I'm saying. The social media has ruined it because you're gonna judge me off of just a couple of pictures that you looked at in a couple videos, and now you assume that if we not talking about going to Vegas in 2 weeks, I don't want to have a conversation. When that's far from honest. I just said I went on a date to Chevy's for $50.
Listen, we going to Five Guys. We gonna eat Litos.
I didn't say I wanted to keep doing it. I just said I tried.
We just gonna see what it do. We gonna have a good time.
We gonna mix it up.
Okay. But I think that marriage can be whatever you make it for you and the other person. Now, if that
but is it realistic to be with that one person for? I'm just being devil's advocate, and I ask myself this to myself, and I still don't know. And I want to be with somebody for whenever we get married for the rest of our lives, together, have kids, raise them, all of that. But is it realistic in this point in time, in this space that we're in? Is it? I don't know, because I ask myself this shit all the time.
Yes and no.
You just gotta make it happen.
I think it goes back to what Rob says.
It's hard as shit.
Your friends, the people, once you get married, I don't feel like you have to change your friends and stop being friends with single people. But I think you also should only get advice from married people.
I agree.
And I think that the whole assumption that, if you're married, you can't have single friends is bullshit. Just because I'm single doesn't mean I want you to step out on your marriage and act like you don't got no damn sense. That's on you to control yourself.
Listen, I'm the first person to be like, where your wife at? And that's all I gotta say.
Go home?
Yeah.
Don't you gotta go home?
Yeah.
You don't gotta be in my face all night.
Right.
Take your ass home.
Yeah.
I think social media gave you it could be a good and a bad tool. Like if you found out that somebody was doing something that's against your moral compass, or was something deeper into it, and you found that out, that could probably be beneficial. But if you actually went on social media to find out how somebody day-to-day live or something like that, it probably wouldn't be good, because you'll have unrealistic expectations.
Yes.
And see if you can just, when I don't even ask for a person's social media situation. I'd be like, we exchange numbers. I can't remember ever asking somebody for that shit.
But you also come from a different age range.
But I'm still in. You still
in the same era with all of us. But you have to think the women that you probably date. They probably around my age, but we ain't gonna get into that. But either way, most of them are probably not looking at you like, bro, what's your Instagram?
Oh, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
But guess what? When they do go on his Instagram, they see all these fly ass cars. They see these fly ass houses and just lifestyle and cigars and all that shit all over. So what does that say to that person that does not know who Rob actually is? We
drinking Louis at the bar.
But you know what? In fact, my page is private, so. It take a minute. It take a long time for me to let you on there anyway. But I understand, like, you want to have a tad bit of information on somebody that you're dating. But I can't understand overkill. You know what I'm saying? I don't need you to know my fucking kids' names by the time you finish. We get back to talking. You know weird. Everything about me. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, if you date a man and you go do the dirty deed with him, and next time you go over there, he got your favorite toothpaste and all that shit, you need to start panicking, because Jeffrey is real.
Oh, my God.
I had a guy do that once before.
I mean, we got all that shit laid out for you. You need to be worried.
Not the toothpaste, but he asked me what snacks I liked, and I was like, I like Oreos, and he had Oreos.
Yeah, that's being
I thought
considerate.
That was cute.
Yeah, that's
now
cool.
he in jail.
Well, I look forward to getting married, man.
Him and his motherfucking Oreos.
You look forward to getting married?
Yeah, I look forward to it.
You look forward to it.
Why is that?
Man, because
ideal marriage, or it's like, what is it? Is that just something you've always wanted? Is it something that you're in your mind is going to put you at peace?
Man, he freak as a frog. He freak as a frog with a mustache.
Polygamy?
Fine women. All them dressing like falling around. Everybody named Murray.
French braid.
I lived an eventful life, man, and I just want to ride out with somebody that I just vibe with. You know, it ain't, it's just what it is. But you going to be single and alone and just go?
Nah, nobody wants to be single.
Yeah, so I just got a vision of that.
But you can have a domestic partnership.
What steps do you take?
But I think everybody has that frightful part of them when they are single that this may be how shit is. And you don't want... My father told me that one time when I got my second divorce. He said, maybe you shouldn't...
This might not be for you, son.
This may not be for...
You might need to mind your damn business.
Right. And I'm looking at him like, and you want the best advice, and you thinking, man, maybe the person that brought you here might get it to you. And he turned around and said, maybe... But he was also a single man at a very old age, and he enjoyed being single. But like he said, a lot of people, I think that scratches in the back of their mind, am I going to die alone? Or is this is how it's going to be for the rest of my life? I got to, guard the silverware sometime because I don't know the bitch I bought in here last night.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. If I don't, I'm going to enjoy the single life all the way, man. I got some countries I could hit, you know what I'm saying? I've been some places, so.
See the world twice,
I would definitely.
He done seen the whole world, so see the world twice, Eddie.
Run and spin that block, man, you feel me? But, however it go, but I would like to get married.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all want somebody to be with and grow old with the rest of our lives. See, I mean, what was
it's
that?
Questionable.
She gonna keep it gangster.
It's questionable.
Meaning what?
Meaning like I'm 50-50. I don't know.
Yeah,
it could go either way because it's getting shaky out here. We already got
rich auntie vibes.
Yeah,
forever.
Yeah. Date a couple, get a couple rings, a couple cars, mind my damn business. Yeah. It's hard. Then you have to think the person that you pick to have a child with, like that's serious. Mm-hmm. Like that's past marriage because you could be married to somebody and they not be a good parent.
I mean, when I talk about marriage, I'm talking about.
But you all see people who got kids by guys or women they don't even know. You won't even know you don't know her until she hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. That's a very weird. That's for most people out here. You don't know your kid's mother or you don't know your baby daddy until shit hit the fan. He was a great guy. Now he a piece of shit. She was a great, now she a bitch or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But at the same time, I think marriage, when you think marriage in your head, it's like a breath of perfection that shoot across. And you saying, maybe I can reach that perfection. And if you don't think of marriage like that, then that's just something else to do. Mm-hmm. Women begin to panic. They practice getting married when they little. When they sharing their little motherfucking easy bake oven, you are they fucking husband. They practicing. And so their idea of marriage resonates differently than what a man does. They start to panic at a certain age. After college, they know they need to get this done. They got to get that done. And as time starts ticking, it's a gigantic clock the size of Big Ben in London at the back of their head, then they hear it ticking. And the family don't help, and the friends don't help who married, or your sister don't help if she married. Or if you don't have kids and you're not married, they pushing and pushing and pushing.
Are you trying to give me some hints or something?
No,
what the hell you saying?
I'm just telling you the pressure. The pressure for women.
He said the clock is as big as Big Ben in London in the back of their head.
So but Rob, they asking for your IG online now.
The ladies want to know.
Hey,
inquiring mind.
Therapist Rob. Man.
I just think that marriage. When people think marriage, they think perfection somewhere along the line in their head. And so you got to be careful. Don't piss on marriage, man. Don't run over it in general conversation. Don't make light of it because every time we see some old ass couple holding hands walking down the street, we all say to ourselves, "I want to go out like that." Mm-hmm. You ain't never said. He a sucker, she a fool. You never say none of that shit. I wonder that's a side piece. They 85 years old. I wonder that's a side piece. You don't say no stupid shit like
Not
that.
The 85
you turn around and say, damn, I like to go out like Pop.
100%.
Straight 100%. Up.
I love seeing old couples, like old, like 70s, 80s, right. Like walking down the street holding hands, still like that shit is beautiful.
And I see my grandparents go out like that, so
that's right.
That joint resonate a little different.
Yeah. I think maybe where my apprehension is, or whatever is because I just haven't seen it work for anybody outside of maybe like our parents' generations and up, but like our generation and down, like let's say you know, in your 50s and 40s and 30s and down, like everybody I know that's gotten married and have kids or not have kids, 3 years,
This shit
4 years,
entertainment.
5 years, they're done. They don't even like each other anymore. They're in court now. They're
speaking.
cursing each other out. They're not speaking. They're talking through their kids. Like there's not a lot of couples that I know that got married in their 20s or their 30s or like just currently that last for a long time. And the ones that do, I commend them. Like I'm like, man, I know like DJ Quicksilver's been with Ashley for a long time. They've been together for like 20 years and probably married. I think they just had their 10 or 12th anniversary. But that takes work. And, you know, he's on the show. He's got his reality show and all that.
I'm asking a question, but you admire those. When I see Taz with Arlene, I admire certain situations.
Exactly.
But guess what? That's what makes them special. That's what makes it special.
Right.
If I saw everybody married, everybody holding hands, then shit. It's time to be single.
But it's just a small percentage of that. You know what I mean? Like out of all the people that we know, the hundreds of the people we know, it's just what, maybe 5% that are still married and happy and, you know, years and years later.
But don't that make it special?
But that it should be the rule, not the exception.
If you saw a Bentley in every light, every time you walk past, you'll stop looking at Bentleys, bro. Guess what? If I see a Bentley every so often, I realize that's something attainable. I can get a Bentley, and that's I need to strive for that. That's all I'm saying about marriage. Marriage is something, I'm telling you, trust me, I'm a 3-piece in this box. You know what I'm saying? I believe in marriage, even though they didn't work for me. Mm-hmm. I believe in it.
You believe in the institution of marriage and what it serves for you.
I'm telling you, it's a good thing.
My parents have been together. My sister is 40. My parents have actually been together 38 years.
Right.
They've been married since I was 5. They got married when I was 5 years old because my mother told him to shit or get off the pot. So that's how that worked out.
Sound of that.
And I definitely believe in what marriage can be. And I've seen it. I grew up with it. My grandparents were together 50 years plus. So I understand what marriage is and what it's supposed to be. But what it has now evolved to is something different. And I have married friends who they only just cheat on each other and they're only married for the money. Like we ain't trying to split up all this money, so we just gonna stay together. Yeah. And then I have some people that I know that are married and they're like, hey, you know, we love each other so much, but you know, we don't want to be with nobody else and there ain't nothing else out there. So we just gonna stick together. It just all depends on what you make it.
But with the relationships that you see that were way back or back in the day, infidelity wasn't no stranger to them.
No, it was
not. You got
not.
some people that had 6, 7, 8, 9 kids behind their wives' back. We're not talking about. What I'm saying is, infidelity has always been around.
Going the distance.
Infidelity has always been around. Lying, cheating, stealing, whatever these things, these sins have always been around. They didn't just come around because we have more social media or more contact.
They're multiplied, though.
What's going is, I mean, the population is multiplied. It's 17 women to every one man out here.
And they was mad about my statement about that, and I still said what I said.
And if you take out the the crooked earls and the guys who might secretly hate women, you got even more probably. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, you know, like I said, I think marriage is like that goddamn shooting star, bruh. And if you see that shooting star, you heard me say a quick wish, and you want that, and everybody want that shooting star on the low in the back of their head. Now, nobody wants to die alone. I want the nurse to hold my fucking hand. Somebody hold my goddamn hand when I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. But I could be wrong. You're right. I'm a throwback jersey, so I might be talking about a different game.
Well, I mean, like I said, I think we all want to grow old with somebody, be married, and have a healthy marriage. I just think it is a lot tougher in this day and age than ever before in the history of the world to be in a healthy marriage and just know that it's you two against the world and not you two and the whole world inside of your relationship too, whether that's influence from social media, whether it's influence from your friends.
The information age.
Influence from friends be a motherfucker too, because you be having some friends that's in relationships and you could be talking about what you got going on in yours and all she got to say is something negative. But she in a relationship and she wants you to be miserable about your damn self too.
Yeah, that's why I was asking about
it. Don't always be, but that's what I'm saying. It don't always be the single friend telling a in relationship friend, girl, you should leave him and he ain't shit. It sometimes be the in a relationship friend telling you everything ain't just everything horrible.
Yeah.
It don't always be that other way, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It also depends on, a lot of factors external.
And I like I said, I commend everybody that's married, that's getting married. I know I have a few homeboys and homegirls that have gotten married recently or about to get married. And I wish everybody the best, and I hope that's it forever and y'all ride into the sunset together. I think we just got to keep in mind that, what we see out there, first of all, the grass is probably never greener on the other side.
It's green on the other side because it's fertilized with shit.
That's one way to look at it, too.
Step down.
Until you step in it, right?
Steroids. Grass is always greener.
But the goal should always be that, finding that special someone. I do believe everybody has a soulmate.
You do?
I do. For sure. That doesn't mean there's only one. There could be two soulmates.
I agree.
Yeah.
One could go to jail.
Yeah.
One stay home. Yeah. One die.
Or
one leave.
You were with one when you were 16.
Yeah.
And now they're married with kids. Yeah, it didn't work because y'all were too young and dumb and all that stuff. But I do believe that everybody has someone that they fully connect with and can grow old with and be happy and, go through any adversity and get through it together. So, for people that are married or want to get married, we believe in love. DC love, black love, white love, mixed all love. We are here to love. What did Diddy say? It's the love generation right now. So we definitely promoting that. Yeah, we definitely promote. I love love.
That mushroom juice good as a motherfucker.
Shout out to the mushroom juice.
Hold on, you finished?
We have it right here at Smoke Tingz.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Fruit juice. We're happy.
On that note, we'll go off on a high note. We appreciate everybody once again.
No
Episode 3, Love and Marriage. But let's keep loving each other and just
hugging each other.
Yes.
Touching each other.
Goodbye.
And rubbing each other.
We gotta go.
Pause.
Oh my goodness.
Every day a new day, new things, do things like my life a movie. Hey. Every day new day, move things, do things like my life a movie. Hey. Every day a new day, new things, do things like my life a movie. Hey. Every day new day, move things, do things like my life a movie. Hey. Pull up in a big man range, straight to the stage, make a big man play. Trade 5 others, our big man J.